Second and 9. Ward, you say he scrambles to throw, throws against the grain, and that ball is intercepted. That was Shamar James coming up with the pickoff.
At linebacker comes up with the interception and a huge momentum-shifting play early. Go in the game.
Half minutes until halftime. We'll start on the ground with Johnson, who turns the corner, and here goes Montrell Johnson. Hello, Swamp. Go ahead and let him hear it.
Guards and tackles to get bigger bodies at the point of attack. And Florida's leading rusher for the last 2 seasons, the transfer from Louisiana, Montrell Johnson, shows you the speed.
This is a guy who had a knee procedure.
Defensive coordinator Russ Callaway calls him a freak. They fake it to him here. Lagway wants to go deep again. He's got DK. Jim DK. Down to the 5-yard line.
So they're setting it up with the run game right there. They fake the run, throw a play action pass. What a beautiful
backfield. Lagway going down the seam, and he's got it in the hands of Hayden Hansen, the tight end. Hansen, the redshirt sophomore, hooking up with his fellow Texan, and that's a gain of 40.
Outstanding protection by the offensive line, so he can stand back there with great vision.
DJ has time. Nice catch. Elijah Badger tiptoeing along that sideline, spun out of bounds at about the 6. Trey Wilson in motion. They're going to give the handoff to Johnson, and he's going to saunter in from 7 yards out.
He bounces this thing outside. It's an inside zone play, and the offensive line had great push. He got in space and beat the DB one-on-one in for the
play action pass again. Lagway looking to go deep. Another long shot. Looking for Tank Hawkins, and he got him. Rookie to rookie. 36 yards and a touchdown.
DJ outstanding on these play action shots, right? He's really locked into one receiver, and he's sending it down the field, and it's done a terrific job with his touch and his accuracy. Earlier in that drive on first down, when they dropped back, he forced that throw down the field. It should have been checked down. So I think one of the things you're seeing with this young quarterback is when he can eyeball kind of I'm throwing to that guy, he's got great arm strength and accuracy, but I think he has to learn how to progression read the drop back.
6 minutes to go, third quarter. Lagway, sensing pressure, is going to launch it deep toward the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown! Aiden Mizell.
You're going to see here they brought the Sam and the Mike. He steps up in the pocket, he keeps his eyes down the field, and then throws a strike. I mean, unbelievable ball.
Second and 13, Hayden Hansen, the tight end. The lineup wide to the right. Lagway has had a lot of time to throw tonight, and he hits another man in stride. It's Eli Badger. Look at this run. Trey Wilson ahead of the field in free flight. Goodbye touchdown. 85 yards for Trey Wilson.
He's a heck of a football player. They love to run these jet sweeps, and he just basically outruns the whole defense of Samford.
That's a reception, his 6th of the game, 141 yards receiving now.
This is that time of the game, you know, where, okay, there's just under 10 minutes left to play, and I see that clock run a little bit, you know, on both sides, right?
Jim DK, get to the outside. Transfer from Wisconsin into plus territory. He has looked.
They're going to be hungry. They've got a great defense. They've got a good unit on offense.
Gator Nation about who should be taking the snaps at quarterback next week. Right now it's Aiden Warner taking the snaps. And he's got a Gators touchdown. First career touchdown for Aiden Warner.
That's exciting. You have no idea, but you're gonna experience that.
Play action. Has time and has an open man, and it's DK. Jim DK with an explosive play for the Gators in the driving rain.
Pulling a tight end, these three freeze, and that'll...
Second goal, Mertz with time to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida, Elijah Badger.
To get across the space, you see right there, he just froze for a half second, and that opened up the
season with a torn ACL. So two starting receivers out. To the end zone and a touchdown, Chim DK. DJ Lagway to Chim DK.
By the offensive line with protection. Crenshaw Dixon just hanging on. Lagway able to just kind of roll that over top of the defense. Just need one down in college. Yep, got the left one down. DK's been the guy that's emerged here.
Oh.
I mean, that cutting ability. This is why he was the number 4 ranked dual threat quarterback coming out of high school. Like, that's like L1 button.
23 years old. Mertz off play action, setting up, looking downfield, everybody covered, so he takes off, makes the right decision. He's past the 40, slides to about the 38-yard line, a gain of 16. Mertz to the air, throws complete, touchdown, a walk-in score for Boardingham, the tight end. And Florida strikes first on the road.
Florida needed a good start here on the road in Starkville. The veteran, Graham Mertz, finds his tight end, Gator.
But it wasn't his fault. It was a fumble by Montrell Johnson. Mertz, pump fake. Now looking for the bomb in the end zone, touchdown. Marcus Burke with the catch. What a great pump fake and toss by Mertz.
By Marcus Burke. Double move. He's going to sell it, and then he's just going to get vertical down the field. 14, Bryce Pollock bites on that initial hitch. He turns his shoulders. DB.
This is much better. DK backpedaling. Fields it on the 21. Makes the first defender miss. And another defender at the 35. Another one at midfield. And finally shoved out of bounds around the 40.
He's been excellent here today.
His 12th consecutive completion, and it's a touchdown. Hayden Hansen breaking another missed tackle from the Bulldogs and into the end zone for the score.
Well, Hansen, you'll see him right here in the core. He's just going to get vertical. Safety never gets over the top. Excellent find once again by Graham Mertz. Wide open tight end in that big south part of the zone.
We hand off to Jackson coming on a jet sweep inside the 5 and into the end zone for the touchdown. Try to block tackle him. There's the pitch. The ball's on the ground and it's recovered by Florida. So a turnover inside the 10. Grayson Howard scoops up the fumble.
By Grayson Howard, linebacker. Watch as he feathers this out, forces the pitch. And then Booth just unable to handle the football. Ball a little bit.
Second down and 7. Lagway to throw on the move. Fires complete, a little behind the receiver, but nice adjustment. Florida taking its time, up 2 scores, nearing 11 minutes to go here in the 4th. Bulldogs stack the box, and a ton of running room off the right side for Baugh, all the way down to the 22-yard line of Mississippi State.
Big, massive hole opens up. 75, your left guard. I mean, just a huge running lane. Play action boot here for DJ Lagway.
Instead, Lagway keeps it, and Lagway dives. He fumbled the ball into the end zone. It looked like Mississippi State recovered it.
Got to get on top of this football. It's DJ Lagway. It's Corey Ellington. He bangs it out. Ball's on the ground. Just jump and dive on the football. If you're Kelly Jones, as you said properly, he squats down, just tries to pick it up. Just dive on top of that football.
But it's that kind of undisciplined thinking we've seen throughout the day from Mississippi State. Even on something like that, just have awareness. Not saying you're going to recover it at that point, but you had the best chance. You had your hands on the football. Don't try to pick it up.
And how about 58, Austin Barber? He's going to jump on it. That big man knows him.
The Gators' first drive of the game. Mertz in a muddy pocket, wide open. Touchdown, Elijah Badger. Especially on third down, converting all of them. And then he finds Elijah Badger wide open in the end zone. Florida 7, UCF. On 2nd and 5, Lagway, first passing attempt, downfield shot, and it's caught. It's Jimray Dike to the 1. They're on top of UCF, 14-3. Lagway to Dike.
And the Gators over the football quickly to try to punch it in.
Jackson, yes, touchdown Gators. Jackson, who tops it off with the touchdown. The Gators are on top early, 14-3 in 2033. Mertz, leather laser, and wide open is Jake Hawkins, and Hawkins, the freshman, is bursting out tonight.
Watch this blitz pickup right here by Ball. Watch him step up in this hole and braid Ethan Barr. Boom. Great exchange up.
Mertz, another rifle, and a good ball to DK. Almost got to the end zone. A shoestring tackle by Bullard prevented it. 20 more.
And DK in the slot again on that one. They love the matchup. Boy, he's been physical after the catch. Great job of running through attack.
Mertz to hands to Johnson. Johnson stayed on his feet. Touchdown. Wow. So far, and the Florida offense, both sides, this has been a complete first half for Florida, culminated with this effort.
Look at that jump. I mean, whatever it takes, right? I'm about to lose my balance. Hey, you just jump into the end zone. You don't have to worry about it anymore. There's a lot of penetration. Fantastic effort by Montrell Johnson. He has been a mainstay for the Gators offense ever since he came here from Louisiana.
And Johnson burst out of there. They're in field goal range now. Inside the 25. Before that run, 34 on this one.
They got it. They got a great run.
Hear that in helmet communication. Mertz drifts off the back foot. Caught. It's DK again. Jefferson down the field. He goes. Intercepted. That's Bryce Thornton. He's missed a few games this year, but he's back to 100%. And he put this Gator game on ice.
Well, they have repeatedly tried to get the ball downfield. They get greedy right here, trying to get the ball to Kobe Hudson. It's a bad ball. Turned him around twice. Thornton is underneath it.
3rd and 1. Lagway. Easy flip in the right flat to Boardingham. Catch and run for the big tight end and a first down.
Ball handling on the part of DJ Lagway. And you're going to see him here just get out on the edge there and just flip this ball nicely to Boardingham. A nice, easy touch throw so that he can turn it upfield in full command.
There's a crease. Oh, about that run from Montrell Johnson. Oh, did he finish? Another handoff to the workhorse. He's inside the 5. Johnson at the goal line, just short of the end zone. Back up to the line of scrimmage.
They're just blowing them off the ball. You see them there just getting people on skates, getting their shoulders turned. And now you see they're trying to spread them out, see if they can get somebody one-on-one down the field.
Pass protection is there, but an
Sharif Denson. You're going to see it right here. He's just going to step right in front of this switch release, right into the throwing window. Good eyes on the quarterback. Good periph of the receiver combination.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Offense number 74. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
That's how you play zone coverage, where you put your eyes on the quarterback, feel the receivers, and that's just a bad decision on the part of Nico Iamaleava. You can't throw that football and stare down your primary and not move underneath zone defenders with your eyes and expect to complete it. You stare them down, you lead the defenders right to where you're going. You see him right there. He never looks him off. He's looking right at his primary. That's something he's going to have to get better at. And he said,
Play action. He's under pressure. Mertz feels it. Across his body, he's got a wide open DK. Hit from behind, the ball pops out, but it's out of bounds. Safely along the sideline. That is his best friend. They played 3 years together at Wisconsin before coming together to the Gators.
watch the effect that the ball handling has when you've been running the football effectively. You see how the second level defenders are all up in the...
Johnson down the sideline. Just about broke it. That was a one-on-one touchdown saving tackle by Christian Charles. Mertz. He's going to take off and run. Makes a nice move into the secondary and gets dropped. Mertz. End zone. Touchdown. He finds the tight end, Arliss Boardingham. They go 92 yards, Lewis, and end up in the end zone.
Yeah, you just see Boardingham. He just arc releases and then gets up the seam, and they have some miscommunication in the secondary. Then here you're going to see Graham Mertz. They're right there. You just see his leg just get caught in the ground. A little bit weird. Non-contact injury. As far as his open field running skills, they could use a big return here.
Wobbly kick. DK makes the first man miss. Makes the second level miss. DK near midfield with a spin move across the 50 into Tennessee territory. Go-ahead touchdown. And now he starts in plus territory with the short field. The handoff to Jaden Baugh, another true freshman. He's got a first down. Youth will be served. So Ross again. Another line drive kick. DK will try another return. His last one, 30 yards. Impactful. He turns the corner. He gets a block. Another great return. Over the middle towards the end zone. He's got his man, DK, for a touchdown.
Can't recover Andre Turrentine. He just can't get back in the position. The backside safety, Will Brooks, doesn't have enough depth to help him in time. And DJ with an absolute laser as he escapes up into the pocket.
You know, you've got a freshman quarterback.
Look at this work. Listen, look at this. Eyes down the field, throw on the move.
Three-man rush by Kentucky. Lagway moves left, throws, has a man wide open at the 25. It's Eugene Wilson dancing around to the 15. And a big hitter for the Gators, and they're inside the red zone after a gain of 40.
Coverage down the field. They're thinking quick game, third and short, young quarterback.
Well, they actually spot the slide back a yard shy of the first down. But Lagway will pick it up here for sure. Gets a block, turns the corner. He's out of bounds inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line. Kristen Story pushes him out. 25 yards for Mr. DJ Lagway.
Protect his body. Does a really good job on the zone read, reading Childress, number 11 for Kentucky. And then, man, with that side
set here for Lagway. Kentucky bringing 4. Down the middle, passes there, caught. 10, down to the 7-yard line goes Elijah Badger. Johnson Jr.
Well, we're going to see single high coverage, so we're going to get single high safety. This safety is going to roll down, which gives seam routes are really good, and is a quarterback with tremendous arm strength. And is able to fit that ball down the field on an absolute rope. Keeps the receiver on the move.
They'll hand it the ball left side. breaks through a couple defenders. Touchdown, Florida. Jaden Ball.
Inside the 5-yard line, they struggled in the red zone a week ago. Right now, Ball is running like a man on fire. 2 freshmen making big plays for the Gators.
On 3rd down and 5. Vandegrift over the middle, high, almost caught, and maybe intercepted. The Gators will have it. Triquez Bridges with his first interception of the year.
No excuse. Brock has to put this on Dingle's body, able to catch it, possibly get the first down. Ball's high. It's the last thing you want to see as a quarterback when that ball goes and starts getting tipped around. Usually advantage to the defense.
Gators will have it at the 46. 202 yards of offense, averaging 6.7 yards per carry. Couple of fakes there. Lagway showing that big arm down the middle. Badger has it inside the 15, down to the 12.
Is their shot guy play action? Once again, you see the safety jump on the play action, leaves the cornerback on an island one-on-one. And then the elites
at the Swamp, watching his grandson put on a show here in the first half. Here's Ball dancing around, got a great block, and he will walk it into the end zone. Damian George Jr. with the block of the night, springs his true freshman running back.
Double pancake working across. He's not only going to take one defender, he's going to take both defenders to the ground. Here's one, and I'm going to bring him to number 2. They knock each other over, get the double pancake.
I know Dari's going to be sad. Here's Vandegrift. Right through the hands of Barry and Brown. It's intercepted. Gators have a chance. Devin Moore pushed out of bounds around the 5.
Hands. He couldn't have placed it better as a quarterback. I mean, literally
heck of a throw.
Right in the perfect spot in the receiver's hands, and just got lazy with it, and Florida takes advantage. Devin Moore, nice concentration to get the INT.
Number 53 for Florida is now number 49, 53.
On the I formation, touchdown, Gators. And they're doing this against one of the best front sevens, best defenses in America.
It's the downfield passing attack that's kind of opened things up a little bit, and that's, Florida fans and myself.
And they'll go with Ball, and he is in there he got in for the touchdown. There it is.
That play is under video review.
Oh, wow. I don't think there's any chance he got in there. That look, anyway. What do you think?
I don't think he got in either. I didn't think he got in initially. I thought the whistle should have been blown as well. But there's a lot of bodies in the ruling on the field was a touchdown, so.
On 3rd down, Lagway steps into this one, lofts it up, trying to hit another big one, and oh my goodness, it's caught by Elijah Badger. How in the world did he come down with that catch? A gain of 39.
Florida's got some playmakers. It ain't just Eugene Wilson. Badger's been doing it all season long. The concentration. He's literally backpedaling, trying to make the catch, cradles it in.
Jaden Ball down to the 1-yard line. Handoff goes to Ball, and he just picked up his 5th rushing touchdown to tie Trey Burton and Tim Tebow for the single-game Florida record.
And this offense, who struggled in the red zone a week ago against Tennessee, has found their way behind a
What his staff is telling him. It's been encouraging and exciting to watch Graham step little by little away from DJ over the course of this game.
This ball is picked off. Cormani McClain, who hasn't played this year, gets on the field and intercepts Cutter Boley, who just came into the game, the true freshman, with a pick 6 to Cormani McClain.
Late hitch route to the field. Bad news. You never want to do that. And McClain says, thank you very much.
Route with him.
There's a 4-man rush, and again, plenty of time to backpedal and look down the field. He threw it into harm's way, and it's intercepted. Devin Moore for the Gators trying to make a big play. Still running, knocked down finally at the 43, and the interception problems for Carson Beck continue.
Already a defender there. See, there's a defender, so he decides instead of being here, he's going to sink back into coverage, and that's what I think may have surprised Carson Beck. He thought he was up tight on ETN, but he sinks back, keeps his eyes on that football. There's where, again, that length pays off. That's a 6'2" corner. Sheer. By the way, nice pressure that time to force that ball by Cameron James.
Play fake on first down. Lagway launching downfield, has a man. Touchdown! Aiden Mizell and the Gators take that takeaway and cash it in immediately.
In the play action shots, I'm not real sure. Oh, there's the umpire. I'm not real sure what Malachi Starks is looking at, but he's up with his eyes in the backfield. Does not do a good job of getting back, anticipating that.
Beck has plenty of time across the middle. Throws another pick. He picked off by Aaron Gates. Back-to-back possessions, and Gates is still going. Tackled out near midfield. My goodness.
You look at this throw. He throws it into a tight window again. There's 2 different Gators there ready to make the interception. Gates, who's off to a big start, makes the pick for the Gators.
Lagway didn't lack confidence with that touchdown pass. No doubt gives him a boost. And this is what he does really well. Big fella at 240. Just throws a man down with a stiff arm. And was Baugh's got it. Makes a cut. And the freshman rumbling, filling in for Montrell Johnson and doing a great job. Back on 2nd and 9. Hit as he throws. It's wobbly, and it's picked off again. Jack Pyburn there to pick it off, but Grayson Howard.
But the backer comes clean and hits him. Ball's in the air. And of all people, it's Jack Pyburn, like you said, who's a defensive end, that ends up dropping into coverage on that zone pressure and makes the pick. The big fella showing some athletic ability there. Look, plays with so much emotion.
8, so on 2nd and 12, he's got the ball again. Jackson makes a cut. Jackson to the end zone. In this collection of gritty Gator backups within a PAT of getting even here.
We just said this isn't a 30-point game. They're a possession away from tying it here. Watch the receiver. He takes out Jackson. The corner follows him. The other corner's downfield playing man-to-man. Doesn't turn around to see the football. But they get to that edge. A ton of space. He's been physical, but this time out in that space, he makes...
Firing across the middle, and they do convert on 4th down. It's Mizell making the catch down across the 40.
It though. I mean, look at the pressure. Allen's right in his face as he delivers that. Puts it on the money. Couldn't have been thrown any better. That should be encouraging for Florida fans, what you're looking at with that schedule. That was a heck of a throw.
Warner, play action. Downfield, wide open and complete to Jim DK. So there's Aiden. 2nd and goal. As Ball does a nice job of carrying defenders with him for a Florida touchdown. He stepped in for Quinn Ewers. Gibson again as he brings it up to 28. Ball came out at the end there. They're going to say it is Florida ball.
Wow.
So a fumble recovery as Florida's able to secure it. Aaron Jackson again, and this is a good run by Jacoby Jackson as he drags a defender for what should be another first down.
Scored a touchdown in their last drive, and here they are marching again.
First and goal. Jackson. And Jackson's going to spin his way into the end zone. And this
spot next to Jackson, and Lagway will throw, lobbing it towards the end zone, and it's caught. Elijah Badger back healthy and back into the end zone. Touchdown Gators.
Slant and go from Badger. The route is outstanding. He's going to start up, work it back out, and he beats the man-to-man coverage by Ashton Stamps. He gets Ashton Stamps squatting, sitting, and how about the ball placement? Back shoulder, big touchdown for the...
Lagway throwing again with pressure on, and what a dime! Complete to Badger down the sideline.
Line of scrimmage, he's going to try to press him. Watch this, watch him win outside. At the line of scrimmage, you want to press a wide receiver, you better jam him and slow him down. Great.
Nussmeier backing up, in trouble, steps up, wrapped up, and he lost the ball. It's picked up by an offensive lineman, Emory Jones, and a flag comes down as Jones is tackled at the 33-yard line. Then all of a sudden, Caleb Banks has the ball in his hands for Florida, B5 of LSU.
Well, it's TJ Searcy who wins late, gets off the block of Emory Jones, reaches out, Gomes hits him, the ball's out. Emory Jones gets on the ball, he's running with it, and then he takes...
Second and short, play action, Lagway in trouble. Steps up and throws deep. It's caught. Badger down inside the one. What a play, Lagway.
The touchdown run. You're going to see pressure right now off the edge from Swinson. Stepping up, climbing by Lagway. On the move. He hits Badger in stride. Expect a handoff here.
Touchdown, Jacoby Jackson to give the Gators the lead.
And it's an absolute dime by Lagway, setting up the Jackson touchdown.
And LSU will come after Lagway. His pass caught for a first down. Out to the 45-yard line is Hayden Hansen, the tight end. And they snap it with about 4 on the play clock. And on the pitch, room for Jaden Ball inside the 30. Ball inside the 10. Touchdown, Gators!
The block by 77. Harris, 89. Hayden Hansen, who just had to catch another good block, and it's even Badger with the block on the edge. Excellent job on the perimeter. Man on a man. Ball puts his foot in the ground. As the defender slides past, he gets vertical, and his heels to the field, and a massive Florida Gator touchdown.
Yet this drive has already taken 1 minute and 15 seconds. And in trouble is Nussmeier. And he takes a sack. Boy, Caleb Banks in the backfield.
9 pounds in the middle of their defensive line. Pegues runs right. Brought down. He didn't get there. A stop on. Lagway to throw. Fought off another sack. And is able to get the first down. Hook up to Elijah Badger. It's golden. Issue. Straight back to pass. Corner of the end zone, Badger. Touchdown. Lagway steps up in the pocket. Dumps it right. He's got a first down and more. Roaming free is Badger. Well into Ole Miss territory. Gets a push from behind now to the 40-yard line. He is stopped.
Takes like that.
They dump it in the right flat. Jaden Ball finds a cutback lane in the alleyway to the end zone for a Gators touchdown.
Could not be any better. 3 guys on the right side of the formation in the back end between a linebacker, a corner, and safety. They have 3.
Field position, barely got that one off. And he didn't do much, but it's muffed! The Gators have a takeaway on special teams as Micah Davis coughed it up.
His son is so brutal. Look at the shadow behind Davis. He's looking right at it. And that punt was so high off the foot of Crawshaw. Can't really secure it. As a result, the Gators are right on it, but you gotta think the sun was a huge factor.
Definitely a blessing, but Badger's the go-to guy on third down. Let's see if they look in his direction.
They try to set the screen up to DK. He's brought down the 10-yard line. He picked up 9. Pegues. Driven back. He didn't get there.
And Cam Jackson, just a tremendous job. The right tackle, Pettis, right there as well. He reels to the outside. He's got some help from Miles Graham, number 5.
Lagway looking back. He's going to take a shot for DK. Lays out and makes the catch. Gators in business. Montrell Johnson right up the gut. Inside the 15. 12 more for Florida. DK in motion. They go Wildcat. Montrell Johnson to the 5. End zone. Gators touchdown.
A play. You run to the bubble, you give the defense trouble, and this time they go with a picture-perfect power out of Wildcat. Big number 77, Harris, gets out and around, blocks Daughtery, the linebacker, set up perfectly by Johnson by being a little bit hesitant before he hits. Run right by him.
Dart looking downfield. He is going to take a shot towards the end zone. No one there but Gators, and it's a pick.
And just a huge mistake by Dart. Look at how many defenders are on the right side of the field. Instead, if he takes the top, it's a touchdown. He works the left, and he's got major problems with all that flow working from right to left from the Gators. He throws into triple coverage, gets impatient, and it's easily intercepted by Thornton.
Never really allows his receiver to make a play. I mean, even if you underthrow it, you might have a chance, but no chance whatsoever for Juice Wells, as there's 3 guys on top of him anticipating the big play. Really poor decision.
4-man rush. Dart. Sidearms one down the sideline. That one is going to be picked. Another miscommunication with Juice Wells. And Bryce Thornton does it again. And this one they can't come back from. And Ole Miss will suffer a similar fate this week as DJ Lagway takes a knee and Jackson Dart, the first time he has thrown.
Alex Mastromano on to punt it away for the Seminoles. And he's got a cannon for a leg. He's a Ray Guy Award finalist for the nation's best punter. Jim Dyke, running room all the way to the 50. Puck. Pocket collapses. Ball's free. Jack Pyburn pried it loose.
Freshman, but he's holding on that ball a little bit too long. We see on the left side of your screen, Jack Pyburn, who's really impressed as this season's gone on. What an incredible pass rush, knocking the arms of the tackle, Jarius Washington, down, popping the ball out. And then Robinson falls on it. That is a picture-perfect rush by Pyburn. Talk about a guy who had an ACL injury last year.
Upping the tempo, trying to punch it in here on a 1st and goal.
Run the ball into the end zone right here.
Untouched, Jacoby Jackson. Oh. Lawrence Toafili in the backfield. Gets the carry, makes a cut, trying to churn those legs for the 1st down, and he does. Shamar James rips that ball out. Season -2 tonight.
19th turnover on the season.
Lagway in trouble. So tough to take down. Spins out of the sack. Throws on the run. First.
On the secondary.
Lagway steps up, throws. It's caught. Jim DK.
It's a great job. Again, they go, it's that trips concept to the top, but they bring DK on a dig route across the middle, and Lagway puts it up high where only DK can get it. DK is just one of those exceptional route runners, a quarterback's best friend. You know where he's going to be. He's not going to be a yard too short or too long in his breaks. You got Elijah Badger toward the bottom of the screen here.
Play action. Lagway off his back foot, throws to the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown, Florida. Marcus Burke.
You'll see Marcus Burke come from the offense's right side, just entering your screen. And they get a little high-low concept. You get Elijah Badger coming out on about a 5-yard out route, and then Marcus Burke coming positive. You're finding ways to hang around here. And then this.
Fumble on the pitch. Cam Davis couldn't handle it, and it's Florida football.
More snake bitten than Florida State. They're knocking on the door. They got all the momentum, and just a simple toss play. It's unconscionable how they can have these turnovers and these things happen. Where does Notre Dame go to after a big win at USC? Look at this.
Big hole opens up. Montrell Johnson is gone. Touchdown, Florida.
The offensive line just been hammering away at this FSU defense. Look, that's right up the pipe, right in the A-gap. You get Aiden Mizell, the wide receiver, with a nice block downfield.
A big hole opens up here. Running right through it. Jaden Baugh, your freshman. Right back to Baugh, breaks a tackle. Cuts at the 15. Down just shy of the 10, another first down run.
Positive sign for fans is you can turn around the roster quick. You don't have to wait for 2 and 3 recruiting classes.
And Lagway tosses it for another Florida touchdown. Tony Livingston.
We thought we might see the tight ends get a little